Hello and welcome. I'm Caitlin Jenkins, and this is the Happy Healthy Girl podcast. If you're new to personal growth, spirituality, and the overall action of leveling up, you are in the right place. Here, we will grow together into our most authentic selves unapologetically. As an author, educator, and business owner, I have some true gems to share with you weekly to take you from simply living to absolutely thriving in every area of your life. Ready, girlfriend? Let's jump in. All right, welcome to another episode of the Happy Healthy Girl podcast. I am so excited to be recording this episode today with my friend Jess. Welcome, Jess. Jess and I were able to connect on Instagram, and I'm so excited that you're here, and I'm excited for our topic today.
Me too. I'm so pumped about this. First podcast, so I'm glad it's with you. I love it.
Yay, so excited I can be your first. So exciting. Okay, well, let's let our listeners learn a little bit more about you to begin with before we jump into our topic today. So first off, where do you live and what is your current career?
Alrighty, so yeah, I am currently living in London with my boyfriend and my cat. We don't have any children, so our cat is definitely our little fur baby, or my little fur baby, I should say. And so we're in London, but I actually grew up just outside in a small town, Chelmsford, and went to high school in Ingersoll, which is another small town, where actually Ian, my boyfriend, and I met in grade 11 math class.
Aww.
So it's kind of a cool story.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we met there and went on our separate ways and, kind of had a life on our own, and then reconnected and have been together for 8 years and just loving life and having fun and, out camping and riding on motorcycles and old vehicles. It's great.
Fun.
Work-wise, I have actually been a registered massage therapist for the last 16 years. And the last 5 of those, I have had the pleasure of educating people on natural options through doTERRA essential oils. So a couple years ago, I was able to actually transition where doTERRA is my full-time job and massage is just my part-time.
Cool. That's pretty cool.
In a nutshell.
Nice. And we're definitely going to touch on that more today as we jump into the topic, but we're going to just go through our dating questions first off. Okay, so my next question is, if we dropped you at the airport and you have your bag and a passport, where would you go? You only have a few minutes to decide.
If I could do that now, I would give anything to do that right now.
Wouldn't we all?
What a time to ask that.
Yeah.
I would say definitely Mexico. Mm-hmm. Mexico is our favorite spot to travel to. There's really nothing bad about it. You got the sun, you got the sand, great people, and amazing food. So, yeah, hands down, my bag is half packed and ready to go.
That's so amazing. Yeah, same here. I'm like, yeah, my bag's packed. Just tell me when.
Tell me, where and when.
That's kind of funny because I have a Pinterest vision board, and recently a lot of Mexico is showing up. I'm like, yes, just give me the sun.
It's a sign, or it's you get those emails from red tag or all those travel things.
You're like,
we
come
actually
here.
A little inside. A lot of our house is actually decorated very Mexican style,
cool.
and lots of Mexican blankets and stuff that way. Yeah. I know it's just maybe it's visualizing and making us feel we're there all year round. But definitely our favorite.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, if you could only pick one last meal to have, what would it be? You can feel free to have courses. Some people give all these different options.
An entire I really would say I think supper is my favorite meal, so I think big that way. Honestly, anything Mexican food related would be good. Thailand too. And I really have a weakness for Papa John's pizza.
I do love pizza.
I think especially during these times, it's sometimes nice we just do a little delivery and. But yeah, I have a weakness for that, so it would be a toss up between those two, I think.
Oh, that sounds good. I'll have either of those two. What is your favorite thing that you I put 2 different words here to ask the question. Either you can say something you accomplished. I'm really into manifesting, so I believe everything we've accomplished is something we manifested. But your favorite thing that you've kind of brought into your life in 2020.
Well, obviously, such a different time for us. I tend to really try to look at the positives in situations, and with that, I again, I know you and I've kind of chatted. I'm definitely not a techie person.
Mm-hmm.
I would say though, over 2020, I have upped my game with that huge.
Nice.
I had visions of getting my website going and just having, kind of a single hub for people, a customer email system, just really trying to implement a lot of ways to work smarter and not harder.
Yeah.
So I think all of that I was super successful with, and I'm proud of myself for. I think I can now say I'm a little bit techie. So that was probably, I'd say, the most that really I kind of set my mind to, and it definitely happened.
Amazing. That's awesome. Yay, you. And then my last one is, what is one song that never fails to like lift your mood and gets you like booty shaking, twerking if you can? I can't, but
I wish I could say I could do that better.
Yeah.
I love music. I think music to anything just, steps it up a notch, just makes it that much better. One of my favorite things to do is actually clean the house, listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say one song that no matter when or where or how old I am or anything, is Kid Rock's All Summer Long.
That is like that one. Yeah, that one comes on and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about this.
I think it was like 2007 or something. Yeah. It came out. But yeah, it's just one for some reason. I've always just, it's like, everybody stop, listen.
Stop right now. It's time to dance. That's amazing. Well, thank you for sharing. Okay, so and so we brought each other on, kind of, we connected because we're both in the world of network marketing. So I really wanted to chat today with you about that, because obviously like my audience hears me talking about it a fair amount, along with other things, but I am really grateful for this world. And so I thought we could jump into chatting about that. And I would love to know, like, when were you first exposed to this world, and was it doTERRA or was it something else originally?
Yeah, I'm with you. I am super grateful for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think unfortunately sometimes network marketing gets kind of a bad rep, but it's really just, it's lack of knowledge on it. So I think it's important that we can connect and chat about it, share about it, open people's eyes. I really didn't know much about network marketing until getting with doTERRA. And, I never had personal experience, or I didn't have family members in any sort of network marketing businesses. And it wasn't even right away. I would say that I really looked into it. I knew I loved the product, I loved the company, and then that made me obviously do more research and realize what I was getting into, that type of thing. So I was really, really new to it.
That's awesome. I was kind of similar. Like, Arbonne was my first exposure to the world, and I originally fell in love with the products and what they did for me, and then I was like, wait, I'm already using the products, why not give this a try?
Exactly. It literally is, it's almost a no-brainer. We share about stuff. We love doing that, Yeah. It's a great thing. And again, with the times we've been in, especially with, say, the first lockdown, I was not able to massage. So therefore, again, to be able to know I had my doTERRA business was the best saving grace. And it really allowed me to focus during that time as well.
Yeah, it's amazing. And they're like, I think like any vehicle, like whatever it is in network marketing that maybe you're currently being exposed to, like, I really believe that everything's being shown to you for a reason. So like, this is kind of the direction that we're going anyways. Like, everything is going online, and it's not like, I think it's actually a beneficial thing to have multiple streams of income. So this could be another one.
That's exactly.
Did you, when you were first, you kind of already answered it, but did you like dive in right away, or were you like a client first? I did dive in right away. So I had been massaging for about 10 years at the time when I was introduced to it. And at that point, I was definitely looking for kind of a plan B, if you want to say. The average career span of a massage therapist is only 5 years. Oh, wow.
So I was double that, but knowing that, then my hands would probably, start wearing down and needing to look at something else. So it was, like, I would say, kind of on my game plan, on front. But like you said, it just, when you love the products, it just comes naturally. It's easy. It's like the why not? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's awesome. That's amazing. I love it when people jump in. I also love the stories when people are like, well, no, I said no 10 times, and then I jump in, and now I love it. I'm like, those are great stories too.
So I know that like we both do different streams of this world, like Arbonne and doTERRA, and like I've used some of your essential oils and I love them. I have the diffuser going like all the time. Cody's like, what smell is it today? I'm like, lemon.
The fun thing about it, you literally have to just close your eyes, reach in and grab a couple oils and put them in. It is unbelievable, the blends and combos that you can make.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't read through everything because I have a lot of stuff, but I'm like, I really like this. So then I'll go and do that. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful.
At least you're using. It's always healthy, so that's a great thing.
I really enjoy that. But not to like specifically talk on either of ours, but I just kind of would love to hear what your definition of network marketing is, because a lot of times, I don't know, maybe you don't find this, but a lot of times, especially at the start of my business when I was just like, you know, didn't have that much in maybe personal knowledge to it yet because I just jumped in. I'm very much a doer, as we talked about before we got on air. I like go and do it. I would get faced with like, oh, that's a pyramid scheme, or like, oh, that's like not gonna work for you. And I was like, oh, Debbie Downer's over here. Let me show you. Like, but yeah, I would love to like, let me prove you wrong. It's very my energy. What's like your definition of network marketing?
Honestly, I would say the easiest way to kind of put it is you are sharing experiences with your friends and family. 100%. I think it's pretty simple. You know, it just comes down to, having, you know, whether it be the business side or the product side, but just having those experiences yourself and sharing them with people within your circle.
I love that. That's pretty much how I go about it too. I'm like, well, like, do you talk to people? Do you share things with them? Great, you could do this if you wanted to. I always like add like, just because I do it, like I don't expect everyone that I come in contact with to want to do it, but I also feel like it's a responsibility to share because, as we've both mentioned, for both of us, it's been a blessing in so many different ways.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I love that. But it really is. It's just connecting with people and sharing your experiences. I tell people about amazing food that I eat. It's the same thing.
Exactly, where you got a really good workout outfit from, or you know, whatever you need.
It's just networking. What do you wish more people knew about the network marketing field?
Well, actually, you already brought it up there, Caitlin.
Oh, sorry. I do talk a lot.
The biggest thing is the fact of it not being a pyramid scheme. That, I think, is that biggest roadblock a lot of people will kind of throw out there. And to be honest, I think the ones that use that term haven't done their research on it. I think if you really do take your time and look into it and to see what is a pyramid scheme as opposed to what isn't, a lot of those people would be very surprised. And absolutely, network marketing is not. So I think that is something that, you know, we all face, and that's fine. You know, maybe somebody had a bad experience or there might be something, but I think doing research is always important. But on that end, I would say people need to, I wish they would just look into that a little bit more before just being so quick to say that or to judge.
Yeah, I agree. I find that it is typically the same, like the people that don't really have a clear understanding of like the overall business model, those are the ones that will call it that. And then I also find that there's another group that they'll jump in and try the business for a week, maybe 2, and then they decide that, oh, this doesn't work. And really all I like tell those people is like, this is a business. Like, it's not a get rich quick, like that's not what this is. Like, this is a business. You got to see like long term, the vision. But I find that those people sometimes will call it, they're like, oh, I tried that. I'm like, oh, well, for how long?
That's exactly, you know, you're so right with that. I think that is what people think, you know, a get rich quick scheme. And yeah, it's not. And anybody that you ask who is a high level leader or, you know, who has really done well with it, it's consistency. It's sticking with it. It's being consistent, and the results show that. But it definitely takes commitment and a lot of consistency.
Yeah. I can't remember where I read this fact, and it could be like, maybe it's just coming out of my ass, but I feel like I read this somewhere where it was like the average person, like if you're in a network marketing business, it takes the average person like 10 years. Like if you can stick with it for 10 years, you'll be at the top of the business that like you're in, like you will have made. I'm like, 10 years? Like that only puts me at like my mid-30s. Like, I can do that. Like, sure.
The way I look at it, too, is I think, you know, either way, we're going to be working. So we're going to be doing something. So why not implement that, kind of do both along the way until you maybe can shift, you know, that I was fortunate to do, but that you can shift to your full-time job. But 10 years of work, you're going to be working for 10 years anyway. Why not something that, you know, you really love, that, again, doesn't really feel like work at the end of the day?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love it. Okay, talking about love. What do you love most about your doTERRA business?
It's so hard to choose. So I would say, number one would ultimately be the fact it's a relationship business. And the friends and like long-term friends that you meet in this, your community, like you and I, crossing paths that way, that who knows if we ever would in any other, way in the world. Yeah. So that is definitely high on there. But there are a couple others. I can't really choose one.
That's
so
okay. Choose
another one would be, honestly, is my favorite way to purchase products. I say to, my team and that, I'm like, how many times can you go to a store and buy a pair of jeans and the sales associate will call you a week later, to make sure you're washing them correctly and they still fit. Yeah. And a year later to contact you and make sure that you're still loving those jeans. It doesn't happen, whereas with network marketing, this relationship, you're just building friendships and you're helping and you're supporting and you're guiding people. And so to me, whatever product it is, I would much prefer to support a friend or family member and purchase and know that they're there and got my back for it. Yeah. So that definitely would be one. And also just the personal development. I think this type of business and work, we are sometimes pushed out of our comfort levels. And, an example, my techiness. I'm definitely not the same person I was 5 years ago when I started. My confidence is much higher. I'm much more of a people person. And I've got some more skills. So I think it's good. It's just all around. I'm just really, really grateful for the opportunity that I was given and have. So yeah, sorry, I couldn't just pick one.
No, that's okay. That's amazing. I love all that. That's awesome. What would you say to someone that is maybe sitting on the fence? Like maybe they've had a few conversations with someone who's already a consultant in whatever business that they're looking at, and they're like, well, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
And you know what, a lot of people are. I think, and depending on who they've spoken with, on how quick they are to jump in. Yeah. I'm one of those, I'm like you. I'm like, let's just do this. Let's jump in. What's the worst that's going to happen? Like I say, try it. Really, I think, again, researching the company and make sure that you align well with the company as well as the products. And that way you're going to be sharing those experiences authentically. And authentic sales, that's the key to success, I think, with it. So, whether it's just jumping into the first thing or taking a bit of time and really at least researching to know that it is going to be right for you, I would say would be my, my most first thing and bit of advice to somebody.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm very much, let's just try it. Like, what's the worst? It doesn't work? Okay, at least you tried.
That's exactly, like, really, what is the worst that's going to happen? You can say, yeah, you gave it a shot and you met some friends out of it.
Yeah. You got some amazing products. You're feeling good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're sleeping better. Your digestion's better,
All these things. I had another question, but I can't remember, so I'll just go back to my list. Where do you see yourself in doTERRA, like, or not necessarily in doTERRA, you don't have to keep it just to that, but like with this as a vehicle, where do you see your life in 5 years from now, or even 10 years if you want to go there?
I would say my first strength, doing my strengths test, my first strength is futuristic. So I'm kind of a planner. I'm kind of, I do look down the road, which is great because I don't get stopped by current roadblocks. So yeah, 5-10 years, absolutely, doTERRA is going to be, front and center for my work, as I say in quotes, because it's a part of my life. It's a lifestyle. It's, this business is a wellness lifestyle. So I would love, obviously to be utilizing this and just getting it out there more, sharing more with the world, getting to travel. I hope things can kind of come back around so we can get to all our fun events again. Yeah. And, really just build those relationships in that community. But definitely, 5-10 years, I'm going to be, that much better and bigger and more experienced, and but I'm excited for it. I think it's really good. Again, looking at the positives, I think we have to do. I have no doubt in my mind that doTERRA in 5-10 years is still going to be the #1 essential oil company. They're just such a a heartfelt company. We have an incredible sourcing model, co-impact sourcing model, which just basically means that on either side of the bottle, people are benefiting. They're all about the heart. They're all about just bringing hope and love and caring to the communities, to us as advocates, our customers, and we need more of that in this world. So I know they're going to be around, so I'm going to be right there alongside them.
That's amazing. I love that. I love how you said it's a lifestyle, because it is, but it's a lifestyle that can give back to you, like, in so many ways, with the community, exactly, with the personal development, with the products themselves, financially. It's amazing. I love that. I love that term. I'm going to start using that term. I'm like, it's a lifestyle.
Well, and our bond, along the same lines with that. Like it really, I do find, it's you're a part of it. It's a part of you. It just becomes kind of one.
Yeah, and it's definitely helped me dive into build a healthy living lifestyle originally, but just dive into my health and have an interest to learn more about it. And I know for one of my girlfriends that does it with me, she's a makeup artist, and now she's so much more aware of the makeup that she's putting on her face and only uses Arbonne. Man, some of the designs she comes up with, I'm like, wow, that is crazy amazing.
I love that everybody can take their little niches and their expertise with it and go with it. That's it's cool too. It's not, a specific form you have to follow.
Oh gosh, no,
it is. It's taking it personally. So that's really cool with makeup artists. I like that.
I think it's so cool. Sometimes I get her to do my makeup. Not recently, but when we had events, when we were allowed to have them in person back in the day, I'd be like, Abby, can you come do my makeup, please?
I love it. That's awesome. Get dolled up and just get pampered for a day. It's perfect.
Exactly. It's so much fun. So where can people connect with you if they want to know more about your business, about essential oils, or just connect with you because you're an amazing person?
Yeah, well, I would say probably the easiest ways, Instagram is awesome. Mm-hmm. I think that's a huge platform right now. Get feel for, business product, but also lifestyle, which I think you need to, have that connection with the person too.
Yeah.
So my handle is at Essential Vibes Living. And my website too. I would love for people to check that out. I'm very proud of it. Like I said,
it's amazing. It's actually so cool.
So that is www.essentialvibesliving.ca. And email, if people want to email, I'm about that too. Again, as many ways or whatever's easiest for people. Yeah. But at jessicastewart1619@gmail.com.
Beautiful.
Those are probably the three best ways, I'd say.
Okay. And I will make sure when this podcast goes live that it will all be in the show notes so that people can just easily go down and find you and get what they need.
Perfect. That's awesome. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
this has been great.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming on again. I loved having this conversation, and it's just so nice to connect with another person that sees the huge opportunity that network marketing is and can be for so many people.
Absolutely. It's the like-minded people. And again, just to prove that, you just get to meet people, meet friends, and get to connect and build something great with it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love it. Well, thank you again. It's been amazing.
Thank you too, Caitlin. I appreciate it so much.
Okay, popping into this podcast episode real quick, short and sweet, to the point. Here we go. In May, I'm going to be running my first She Flows course, which is our menstrual cycle course for you to discover the magic that is already happening within you every single month. Like every 28 to 32 days, this amazing cycle happens within you. Just like the seasons that occur on this beautiful planet Earth, you have 4 seasons that happen within you, 4 weeks, 4 phases. I want to help you discover those 4 phases and really understand what is happening to your body, how it relates to your emotional health, your spiritual health, and your physical health. Because how are you meant to flow in full alignment and embrace your full authenticity of your every inch of your being if you don't know about this cycle that is already happening naturally within you? Like, you don't get to choose if this happens or not, right? Like, this is something that is born with you. And I really believe that if you can understand it, then you can better work with your body and flow into greater abundance in every inch of your life and really embrace your truest, authentic self, but with with not knowing where to go, or I found that there wasn't many resources around, it's kind of hard, right? Like we get told, here's a tampon and you're going to bleed once a month. And that's about it. Or that was my knowledge. So anyways, I've gone and done a bunch of research, put it in a really pretty package. And for less than getting your nails done, like less than going and get your beautiful little gel nails and mani-pedi, maybe you have facial, you can be a part of this course and dive in deeper to who you are and really explore the magic and the strength and the beauty that is already within you. So $33, that's it, girlfriend. If you want in, I've only got a few spots left, so make sure to message me on Instagram right now at happy_healthy_girl with a U. And I can't wait. Don't worry if you're too late messaging me or you're hearing this later on, we're going to be running once a month, one of these every single month. Gosh, I can't talk right now. And I'm just so excited because I loved learning about all this stuff and I can't wait to teach all of you. All right, back to the episode. Thank you so much for joining me this week on the Happy Healthy Girl podcast. If you enjoyed this episode or you know someone who might benefit from hearing it, please give it a share on Instagram and make sure to tag me, Caitlin, at happy_healthygirl with a U. Until next time, remember to seek daily growth and cultivate true abundance with every action you take. Bye for now.